Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm going to review the series Inclusive on Top. The series was great. This was one of, many of the great DC animated shows. Alright. Just, to sum it up, basically, the story of the show is after the DC, Battle of Starcrossed, the series finale of Justice League. The Justice League have created a new watchtower and have really expanded their members. So in each episode, we would have a group of new members of the league, fighting crime. Sometimes along with an old, with the original member of the league. Like in the first episode, we have Green Arrow, Supergirl, Captain Atom, and Green Lantern fighting Brimstone. There's times they don't have the original heroes working with them. For example, we have the Green Arrow, Black Canary, and Wildcat episode. But most of the time it is, one of the original members of the league fighting with, along with the new members of the league. There is also a plot involving Amanda Waller and Cadmus working with Lex Luthor, trying to take down the League, while Lex Luthor is also trying to become president of the United States. Which Question is worried about because he thinks that maybe there's a possibility that the stuff that happened with the Justice Lords in the Justice League series might happen to them in their universe, with Superman, killing Lex Luthor after Lex Luthor becomes president and kills the Flash and starts, control mankind with an iron fist. He's worried that, that could happen. Eventually they stop Lex Luthor from possibly being president, but they also find out that Lex Luthor has newfound strengths, and now, because of, Brainiac, who's been living inside of him for a long time. And the reason of how that's possible is actually is really clever. I don't know if they made this up while they were making the series, or if this was a plan the whole time. I kind of find it weird how they did it, though. I just really think that was a really shocking twist. Yeah, Lex Luthor and Brainiac are fused together, eventually, becoming bonded by mind and body, and creating, these weird, robotic versions of the Justice Lord so they could fight, along with a Justice Lord version of the Flash who was wearing the Reverse Flash outfit, or you could also say maybe the Flash outfit from just the Teen Titans, Titans of Tomorrow one. It kind of looks a lot like both. But when our Flash fights his duplicate easily, everyone in the league fights their robot duplicates really easily. And Lex Luthor defeats him anyway. The robots, might have been easy, but the main boss was, hard. Which is something that the Nostalgia Critic talked about in one of his reviews, which I really have to agree with. Why don't they just start off with the main villain to begin with? Obviously, he's, the tougher opponent. I know they want to build up to the big fight, but really? Come on. He's clearly the toughest opponent that the League have to encounter, so what the heck. But yeah, Brainiac Luthor is defeated by the Flash, because the Flash starts to, run into incredible speeds faster than he's ever run before. Defeats Lex Luthor and Brainiac, separating the two. Flash almost dies and actually is, dragged into the Speed Force. The League saves him, and he says that, he can never run like that again because he might not come back. The next season involves Lex Luthor being saved by Gorilla Grodd, and, Gorilla Grodd's telling him, you could work for us, and, you can be a part of the Legion of Doom. Lex Luthor agrees to it because he wants the resources to possibly revive Brainiac, and they can be one again. He eventually overthrows Grodd and takes over as leader, and he begins his sinister plot. And that's all I'm really gonna say. Like, this series was awesome. Okay, the voice talents for each and every one of the characters was well done. Okay, and all the episodes are great as well. Even like there's like one episode I find really weird. The Batman Beyond episode where we find out that Terry and Bruce are have the same DNA. Like, how that happens is really weird and confusing, but I really like that they did do a conclusion for the Batman Beyond series, since the Batman Beyond series didn't really have a conclusion for the show. But I thought that's a good enough conclusion for the series. Like, I do have a few problems. Like, one is one episode where they could have used Nightwing. Like, I really wish Nightwing was in the series. Like, they had potential for Nightwing. Especially for one episode where Huntress goes to Bloodhaven, and you see like a glimpse of Nightwing. I'm thinking, why doesn't he go and try to help Huntress? He clearly can see her. Why doesn't he go and help her out? Like, I thought that was kind of weird. And like, even some of Batman's enemies could have been used in the same episode, because in the episode a bunch of these female superheroes have been taken by Roulette to find the arenas, and the only reason they're fighting each other is because they've been brainwashed. I thought that maybe they could use Mad Hatter, but no, they went for someone else. The guy that went and said that the frickin' event should be called Chickapalooza. Like, yeah, that wouldn't really catch on really well. But yeah, I really think that they should have used Mad Hatter. Like, he would have been really cool to have in that episode. Like, actually, we don't even get to see any of Batman's Rogues Gallery besides Joker and Clayface. I'm not counting the Royal Flush Gang, because that's not the Royal Flush Gang we see in Batman Beyond. But yeah, I do wish that more of Batman's villains did show up. I know that some people are gonna say, well, if they did that, it'd be too much. They want to show some villains that aren't really known that much, but still, I wish they did that. Also, like, how the series ended. Okay, basically, Darkseid returns. Lex Luthor goes to Source Ball and discovers this, the anti-life equation. He has the equation now. He shows it to Darkseid. He touched Luthor's hand, because apparently he holds the equation in his hand, which I find a little weird, and they disappear. Superman says, well, it's clear they're not dead, so we have to, always keep an eye to make sure that, these guys come back. We have to be ready for that. I really wish they had a third season, because, it would have been awesome to frickin' see, a Justice League Unlimited episode where frickin' Superman has to, go against Lex Luthor and Darkseid, who have the anti-life equation, the thing that can, control everyone in the universe, or one on Earth. It would have been cool to see that. But, this series did do very well still. I really enjoyed, this series, and, that's all I really gotta say. The DC Animated Universe is one of the best things that ever be put on television. That's all I gotta say. Next time, I'll be talking about another finale. Goodbye.